Do you guys remember David Dobrik? I mean, how could you not? Being one of the biggest creators in YouTube's history, getting on Vanity Fair, Wired, Jimmy Fallon, having over 7 billion views on his main channel, and also creating this whole vlog universe that him and all of his friends benefited from. And don't worry, the remaining David Dobrik fans that there are out there, I won't be talking about David today, so I stand with you, the few and the proud. No, instead I'm going to be talking about one of those friends that did benefit from his success, Durte Dom. If you don't know who that is, I wish you luck. Now, if you don't know who Durte Dom is, I can't blame you. He was one of the recurring people in David's vlogs, and if you aren't aware, pretty much every person played a weird sitcom-esque character. There were some that were the hot friends, the comic relief, they had special guests, and Dom's character was, he was a whore. Now, I know that's hilarious. Please save your laughter for later. Well, if you look at the David Dobrik channel as of recent, there's not a lot of uploads, but the ones that there are, Dom's not anywhere in there. And you might be wondering why. If you don't know the reason why David stopped uploading, it's because while David was filming one of his classic vlogs, Dom decided to, keywords, allegedly essay 2 girls while David and his group were all just watching, laughing, and having a jolly good time. David has tried his best to get past it, hasn't worked, and Dom has basically faded into irrelevancy. No one's heard of him since, honestly. And that's where a lot of people would think that the Dom story ends. Except, recently, he has come back with a new drive and passion to the internet, taking after the likes of some of the best out there like Andrew Tate and Sneeko, coming to be some kind of marketing and social media guru who can take your terrible social media account and be like him, getting 3 likes on each Twitter post instead of 1. Now, I'm not going to go super deep into detail about it, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm making light of the situation because it's a lot deeper than I'm making it seem. There's a lot more things involved, and there's plenty of other videos that are out right now that can give the situation justice that I do not have time to give in this video. But the gist is important to know for the Durte Dom story because it basically shaped his new online personality completely. And who is the new Dom? So Dom's new personality is completely similar to all these other people. You know, they're all basically the exact same. They all just have like their own thing. Andrew Tate's an abuser, Sneeko's an idiot, Zerka is a bitch. But Dom's thing is he is a marketing genius. Even Zerka rings his praises for being a god at social media marketing. But in my opinion, he is terrible at it. Dom's claim to fame currently with his social media marketing expertise is his 2 viral videos he's had on TikTok that were from years ago. And those did great, but getting viral videos on TikTok are so easy. TikTok is known publicly and especially through creator communities for being the easiest way to get any attention on anything. The hard part of TikTok is not to blow up, but to keep that relevancy, which Dom, you have not done well at all. Having over 2 million followers on there and barely even getting over a few thousand views per video is a terrible look. But again, TikTok's attention is fleeting. So obviously, as a marketing expert that he is, he understood they had to migrate that audience from his TikTok to his other accounts. So let's just take a look at those. On his Twitter, he has over 50,000 followers. He's barely able to crack over double-digit likes. His YouTube channel, he has almost 800,000 subscribers. And in his 3 most recent videos, I get similar numbers to him. It's a terrible look when even your response to the terrible allegations against you only gets 31,000 views. Not saying those are bad numbers, but for being a marketing genius like yourself, it should at least make bigger waves. But let's go back to his main platform, Twitter, where he does one of 2 things. 1, showing off his luxurious and absolute impeccable life, completely flexing and trying to make it seem like he's a lot bigger of a deal than he actually is. And 2, trying to give you the sauce to be a young hustler like Dom. There's also a 3rd, much smaller type where he just posts absolute poetry like this.
Ran from cops to increase testosterone. Back in high school, we would hang around the 7-Eleven's parking lot after school. The cops would love to hang around there too, so anytime they pulled up, we would start sprinting. No reason, we didn't have anything on us or do anything wrong. We just liked the rush. Built different.
Thanks, Jimmy. I think the first one is really funny because a lot of the stuff that he is flexing is the same stuff that he is criticizing. He constantly says, hey, you need to stop partying and you need to pick up a book, while consistently showing videos of him doing nothing but partying. I don't think he's ever posted a video or picture of him working, unless you count this. And he's not even looking at the book. For the expert advice that he gives to his fans, it boils down to things that you can figure out if you scroll on TikTok enough or you just check your spam bots on Instagram. He says that affiliate marketing is good, offering people free product is good, and that drop shipping is good, which is the most bare bones basic advice you could give anyone. One thing I've noticed is he constantly ignores his handouts. There's so many tweets he makes where he's talking about how he came from nothing, how he was a drug addicted fool in his younger years, and then he just decided to hustle, and he got here, completely ignoring the multi-millionaire superstar that he was living with for years that constantly promoted him. But his main claim to fame is his ability to make brands and market them like a genius. So let's take a look at some of those brands right now to see how great he actually is at it. Now, I've been able to find a few that were linked to him, but he doesn't really make a lot of them obvious, especially if they're not successful. So I found 4 on Instagram that are pretty telling are his. Now, Pure Edge is completely dead in the water. They don't really have a lot of followers. They have barely anyone interacting with the posts, and they haven't posted since January 5th. Super Sweets is more dead though. They haven't posted since 2022, and the website is gone. Now, I have a theory about all these businesses that Dom owns that I'm gonna explain when we get to the last one. And then the next one is BuzzBud, which again is another one of these weird smoking drug companies. What I find interesting about this one is a lot of people in the comments claim that they got scammed. Either they paid for something, they didn't get a payment back, they never got their order, or they just got refunded. And that business is completely dead too. They haven't posted since 2022, and I haven't heard Dom talk about it at all. Now, his last one, the most successful one, is Gassy. It's the one that he promotes the most. It's the one that all those videos where he goes, I made 50K in a week. That's Gassy. It seems somewhat successful. And this is what I wanted to talk about. One thing I noticed is a lot of the comments are either the same or just spam or posted by the same people over and over and over again. Oh, look, there's Dom. And if I could put on my speculative glasses for a second, I think he bots a lot of his comments and maybe even his likes, which is pretty common with a lot of advertising and brands. But I mean, with the context of how Durte Dom talks about himself is really funny. And I know what everyone watching this video is thinking, including you. Yes, even you. Me? You fucking idiot. Okay, well, that's fucked up. What I'm assuming you're thinking is, Addy, how can you be so harsh? You haven't even tried it. You don't know if he is a marketing genius. You're just being an asshole. True. But it's fair. You know what? You're right. Maybe Dom's turned a new leaf. Maybe this new marketing thing is actually his skill set. So I'm gonna give it a try. After scrolling on the Dominica's Instagram account for a bit, I was trying to figure out what advice I should take. And I finally found this video. Now in this video, Dom claims that he got
45K in 24 hours.
And all he did was find
A video of a Tesla flying over the hill.
And just add a
product in the video.
And he got
the 10 million views on the video.
Now I chose this video for 2 reasons. One, it was the first Dom video I'd seen, and I thought it was a cute full circle moment to bring it back and have it be the big conclusion. And 2, it seemed the easiest. I know it seems like it's not that easy, but all you really have to do is promote a product and get a viral video, and that's it. Now the difficulty of this is the same reason why it's so easy. Actually finding a clip I can use, that I can morph into involving myself somehow, and also making a product, or at least promoting a product, is still going to be difficult. But I think it would honestly be easier to start with finding the clip. Just ignore how different I look. I don't want to talk about it. I was searching for the next viral video that will take my product to the moon, but I was being stupid. I wasn't being a marketing genius like Dom. I could just copy what he did and paste it in my own life. What he did is he found a clip of a Tesla, a car that he already owns, jumping a hill, and he just put his product in it. I'll do the same thing. I have this shitty little Subaru car, and I found a clip of it jumping a hill, and boy, let me tell you, I'm gonna milk that shit to death. Now that I have the clip figured out, let's find a product for me to promote. I have one idea. Give me a second, let me find it. So what is this mystery product that I'm going to be promoting? Well, if you guys aren't aware, I'm a huge fan of one company in particular, and that is Prime. I decided to give my good friends Logan Paul and KSI some much needed support due to the recent controversies, and I'm going to be using Durte Dom's amazing marketing techniques to hopefully get him some more sales. So with everything pretty much laid out, let's begin working on this beautiful masterpiece of an advertisement. I'll see you when we start recording. So similarly to Dom's video, I decided to just record myself in my car, and I had an idea where I just look at the camera, take a sip of Prime, and say, check this out, while the car flies over. It's really shit. It's really I promise you it's terrible. And what I think makes it worse is that the Prime was expired, so filming that was not only cringe, it was absolutely fucking disgusting. So after I had the footage, I started editing it, and I realized that the one-liner I said was absolutely fucking useless. Because in Dom's video, he doesn't even talk in the beginning. He just puts the text-to-speech. So I made the text-to-speech, I put it on there, I exported it, put it back on Snapchat, got the little Snapchat bar thing, and then I put it back in Premiere, and I did it all again. It was all unnecessarily complicated.
You ever seen a Subaru drive like this?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Now it's finally time for me to put it on my TikTok at Advil. You should follow me. I do not do anything on there. And next time you see me, I'll tell you how the video does. Yeah, so it flopped. To you and pretty much anyone else who has a functioning brain cell, that might make sense. But to me, I'm shocked. How could Dom do this? Well, come close. Let me tell you a secret. A lot of these gurus and social media and marketing geniuses lie. I know, I'm sorry to break the news. When I say lie, I don't mean that they're telling mistruths. They're telling you the right things, just way too late. What a lot of these people do is teach you the methods that they use to get rich and get money years after doing it. During late 2020, 2021, dropshipping was huge and no one really talked about it. Now Dom is making so many videos teaching you how to dropship like it's some kind of new information. It's not. Things like dropshipping are extremely oversaturated in any kind of market. It's to the point where people are so sick of it that there are dedicated TikTok accounts, Reddits, Twitter accounts, you name it, that primarily make videos trying to expose what is dropshipping and what's not. It is actively something that someone despises, and still teaching methods on how to dropship is not the method. Teaching things that have been out of fashion is something that a lot of these motivational gurus do all the time. Like with dropshipping, NFTs, crypto, a way to get money gets oversaturated and then it disappears. They save those methods and that ability to learn how to do this for themselves until it gets oversaturated and becomes popular enough to talk about so they can advertise that on the best ways to do it, and then the cycle continues. The video I showed you of Dom marketing his product in a TikTok, it doesn't make him a marketing genius. Pretty much any person who goes online at all can figure this out in 0.2 seconds. Pretty much every company does something like this. That's pretty much the only thing that companies do on social media. You just passed marketing kindergarten. I'm not talking about all this and saying all this to make some epic point about I'm the epic marketer and you're not, Dom. No, that's stupid. I'm doing all this to point out how deluded someone can really be. I mean, Dom has spent pretty much his entire online career riding the coattails of someone else, and once that cash cow goes away, he has really nothing. You got an audience for yourself through someone else, and you use that audience to promote a product that's probably not even yours. Dom is someone who has done heinous actions in the past, and instead of trying to move forward, become a better person, he doubles down and becomes a worse person, going on social media and trying to appease to the lowest common denominator. Andrew Tate fans, being sexist, homophobic, transphobic, anything you could really be, just to get a little bit more money. And instead of taking the opportunity to grow and learn from his mistakes, he's really just become worse through all of it. I hope with the rise of people like Andrew Tate, Sneeko, Neon, Aiden Ross, that people's eyes are finally opening to how genuinely awful they could be for you and your self-perception, but also children online who look up to these people. And I think there's been a recent cultural shift that's really been necessary for these types of people. A couple months or even a few years ago, there was a small rise of audience for these people, but it seems recently that has kind of dispersed and it's become cringe to like this kind of content, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm hoping that trend continues downward because it's probably one of the worst things to come from the internet in a long time. But I think that's it for me today. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTuber jargon. I have some other videos I think you would like if you like this one, so just go and check it out, pretty please. But I think that's it for me today. I appreciate you watching. Bye.
Breakfast with a bitch named Tiffany, Wrist game is thin cause it's ivory, Got your mommy with me now, irony, Trying to pipe my dentist, fake a cavity, What? I got my panties up, and you withdrew. I got my panties up, and you withdrew. I got my panties up, and you withdrew. I got my panties up, so I'm the center of attention, and I'm in